Hello everyone, I am Huch. If you want to know more about Russia and you understand my English, please welcome to my channel. Today, second video about Chechens in Moscow. Previous video you can find on my channel. After previous video I received a comment that it's a nationalist video full of racism, etc. Today we will continue discuss this topic, and I'm afraid that it will be even more extremism. This weekend, young Chechenian guy killed one person in Paris and injured four people with a knife. President of Chechenian Republic claimed that this guy is not Chechenian anymore, that he is French. Technically, Chechnya is a part of Russian Federation, so technically Chechenian people, they are Russian too. During Eurovision, during show of Eurovision, Russian speakers on TV was confused a couple of times, especially after they called Austrish singer, they called him Dark Horse, and was confused with that a lot. During Paris Fashion Week, Russian designer of clothes Ulyana Sergeyenko take part in a huge scandal when she sent invitations for her friend with the words "to my niggas in Paris." After that, she refused thousands of insults and threatened. This was a huge scandal, racist scandal, because you consider that all Russians are racist and nationalist. So today we will discuss Chechenian in Russia and if Russian racist or not. I apply that there is no any racism and nationalism in Russia. We have different problems, but please, I promise you that racism and nationalism it's not the biggest problem in Russia. I have found a few evidence in Russian YouTube of people who are different nations and race and who live in Russia. So look, I'm Georgian, his father and mother are Georgian, I'm Azerbaijani, all my grandmothers and fathers they are Azerbaijani, and Konstantin, he is Korean, 5 generations of him they live in Russia. Georgian guy was born in Moscow. Azerbaijani guy didn't born in Russia. So let's discuss our childhood. Did you have some problem in your childhood? When I was a kid, I didn't understand that I have another race or anything. Because kids they don't have this prejudice. Once young small girl say about me kitayoza. Her parents from Kalmykia and Altai. So you know, for Russian we have another problem. We have differences not about the nations, but about how powerful, rich and smart you are. So she explained that in kindergarten she received some mockings, but after she explained to kids that she is the nephew of Jackie Chan, so it's okay that she is Chinese as they thought, but she is cool. Her aunt is, her uncle is Jackie Chan. It's so cool for kids. I know 4 black Russian guys in St. Petersburg. 3 of them are Russians. They have a Russian mother. What is interesting that all of them are not very close with their fathers. So they claim, all of them say that there is no any racism in Russia. For sure, when you fight with somebody, you receive all these notes that you are black ass, etc. But you can receive this note that you are fat, has red hairs or 4 eyes, doesn't matter. So it was enough seldom. It was very, very seldom. But it's for us, because we speak on Russian perfectly. Of course, we are not all not Russian who lives in Russia, because some people say with accent and they look another and they insult it every day. Of course, it's a stress. They call me black ass, churka, chunck and huch. And I remember that I complained to my mother that they call me Black S, and she answered me, so next time when they call you Black Ace, just show your S, and you just show them that your S is maybe more wide than their ones. So did you do it? No, I didn't do that, but it was so seldom during all school. It was like maybe 10 times maximum. They call me Teeny Eyes, Kitayoza, Jackie Chan, and churka too, chunck. It was so cool, and in last schools and in university, no, I don't remember. I even forget that I'm another race, because we had people from Buryatia, and so it was fine. And of course, with time, and 20 years ago, for example, social conscience, it was another, maybe they was more angry for another nationalities, but now it's more quiet, and we in our countries there is a lot of different nations, so I think that now we continue to have some problems even in our country. I see that there is some prejudice for some kinds of nationalities, but for Korean, for example, no, I don't. Everyone likes Korean even too much. For example, in my school, Chechen and Dagestanian guys, they was angry on me because I was not in their community. They expect that if I'm close from Caucasus, so we should be together, help at school one to another, and it didn't happen, and they was angry on me. It was surprising for me. Of course, we have some prejudice about nations. He explained why he decided to make this video, because recently he tried to find new flat for him, and it was surprising for him. It was terrible, because on website with announce about flats of renting of flats, everywhere it was noted that it's only for Slavic, we rent flat only for Slavic. And I took a look for one flat, and the girl, I suppose she didn't understand that I'm not Russian. And when I knocked to this door, I was so nervous. In the end, she said, oh, I like you, and she said, actually I like Tatarian, but I'm not Tatarian. After that, he explains that of course he meet everyday racism, but he meet it even in his own family. For example, in my family you can hear like, she's Russian. It's like about a girl, or about hot girl who meet with everyone. So for Russian it's okay, for Russian women it's okay, and for my parents too. So it's in many Caucasian and Korean families, or for example for men who drinks. Yes, and here I like, you see, I like this Georgian guy in this moment, because you know Georgian people like to drink a lot. For Korean guy, he says that his parents are more quiet, but slowly, very soft. They explain that, you know, if you will be married with a Russian in 10 or 20 years, you will understand how it was better to marry with a Korean woman, and maybe he is right. I'm not sure that Russian woman is the best choice for Caucasian or Korean man. So why this prejudice appear? Let's check what do we have on YouTube if we ask Chechens in Moscow. Oh, look, this nice video, criminal. Here Chechen smoking with policemen. Here they organize anything funny, they kidding, and their behavior is very arrogant. Oh, here they arrested again, etc., etc. My advice for all Europeans who meet the Chechenian people sometimes: guys, please remember, Chechenian man has gun somewhere. If this video was interesting for you, thumbs up and subscribe on my channel.
Работу. Чем вы вообще занимаетесь по жизни?
Продаю.
А что?
Банан людей. Шучу, не банан.